thought, John, if you're going to take young players and say this is how you want to shoot the jump shot from outside facing the basket, that this is what you want to look like. I thought it was just picturesque the way he did it. Mechanically wise, I thought it was excellent. Ball position and release and getting up and everything. So that's the one thing I remember, that I thought he had just about as nice an outside jump shot as anybody could have. Constantly maturing, but he was nowhere the mature player as a sophomore that he was his senior year. But I think he was able to succeed at his sophomore year because he was surrounded by a cast of players that really took the pressure off of him, and he could play the game and didn't have to worry about a lot of other things that the senior members of that squad were able to take care of. So he was able to just go out there and play his game and do what he needed to do and concentrate on that, and was not involved in a lot of other things that were taking place. So I think that helped a great deal. Plus he had a lot of natural ability very early. It was not a surprise that he could play at the level he played at that early in his career. I think John had good size. I mean, he wasn't extremely tall. We had some students that were taller than he that had played basketball. He had a good sense for the basketball, and he worked hard at it, and he was very agile. He had a lot of body control and quickness that maybe if he'd have been another 4 inches taller he wouldn't have had, but at the height he was and the shape he was in, he had a lot of quickness that I think he got a lot of rebounds just because he knew what was going to happen and he was quick enough to do it.
He was tall, of course, and he was strong. I don't know if he was just that far ahead of everybody, you know. And I wanted him for football. And Barney, his great father. No, my son's not playing football. He's going to get hurt. And he would have been a tremendous receiver because he had speed and jumping ability and dexterity and flexibility. You know, he would have been.
Story would be good because that would fit John.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it's not a really funny story. It's that, you know, he did Western Row, and I wanted him to do the flop because the flop, obviously, you could see it was just a better technique, a better style. He could, you know, and I'll tell him to film it. He said, no way I'm going over there backwards with my head back. and we worked on it and brought a lot of foam in and so forth, but no, he didn't like it. So I didn't bother.
You know, he came along at a time in the basketball program at Homer. There was several good teams before him, and he just kind of fell into that idea that basketball was going to be successful, and he was going to be part of it. And he didn't shrink any responsibility as far as working or dedicating the time and everything. But he also lived a pretty normal life. You know, he wasn't, I wouldn't classify him as a gym rat, that's the only thing he did. I mean, I thought he had a real rounded high school experience, and basketball was just part of it. And I think it's obviously enjoyed it. He went on and played after high school and had a good time at that. So I think it was just a thing. It was a good fit. He enjoyed it, and he took his God-given gifts and used them.